guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, doing another page. No, I'm not. I'm doing the covers for the Esencia album that I've been making. So we have been making this album. It's a landscape album and it's 2 pages, and we have done all the pages so far. So that's the first page and this is the second page. So we need to do some inside covers, which I thought I'd do in this video. And I also have some inserts. If we've got time, I might try and do those as well, rather than make a separate video, but we'll see how we go for time. So nothing too fancy for the covers. Let's go ahead and do those. I'm using the Esencia SVG files. So with these you can make a 2-page, 4-page or 6-page album, and you can make it in either landscape like that one or in portrait, and it's full of all the SVG files that you need to make them. Whoops, something just fell down. So this little booklet is a booklet that I make up to show all the different pieces that come with the SVG files. So in this pack, the blue pieces here represent the actual elements themselves, and the pink pieces that are on top are the mats for those pieces. In this instance, this is the binding. And there is the cover, the binding, the base pages, lots and lots of different types of pockets. There's belly bands, there's an accordion envelope, there's a waterfall, there's envelope flips, and I'm using these files to make my album. SVG files are scalable vector graphic files that you can use in cutting machines. I have a Cricut, well I have 2 Cricuts, but you can also use them in the Silhouette Cameo, for instance, or the Brother Scan and Cut, and there are other ones as well that you can use. I'm also using this add-on window pocket pack. This is the Quatrefoil, and these are the same pockets as what you get in the Esencia pack, but these ones are window pockets, so they look like this when they're cut out. And you can put some transparency or paper or foil or anything you like behind them, and they just make it a bit fancier. So both of these are available in my Etsy store, and the link is in the description box below if you would like to go and check them out. Right, so I've cut out some bits and pieces, and so let's run through what I've cut out for the covers. So I'll just go through here and show you what I've cut out, and all of the pieces have alphanumeric numbers, and I've been trying to remember to write in the description box below what pieces I've used for each page, in case you wanted to make that page as well. So I will try and remember to do that. If I don't, just drop a comment in the comments boxes below and remind me, and I'll be sure to do it. Okay, so I have got a little stash of goodies here. The first piece that I've cut out is an S1 piece. So if I go through here and find my S1 piece. S1, okay, so it's this long pocket here. And the mat for that, which is S4. So that's that long pocket and a mat. And then this next piece that I've cut out is a U. Oops. Oops. My hand's cold. I've cut out the U1 and a pink mat for that U3, so I've cut that out. So I should mention, actually I've cut 2 of the U1 pieces out. I should mention that I'm using this cardstock here, Recollections cardstock, 65 pound, 176 GSM. I'm using that cardstock, and the paper pack I'm using is this one called Grand Bazaar by Kaisercraft. But there's only 12 sheets, so I've added in a few extra bits and pieces. And I have also been using this copper coloured foil in the album as well. But I'm pretty much out of that. So yeah, it's getting a bit desperate. I'm down to scraps, pretty much. Okay, so anyway, back to this. I've cut out 2 U1s, which is this piece here, and then just one of the U3 mats. That doesn't seem right. There should be 2. Don't know. Oh, I know. Because I'm so scarce on paper, I'm actually going to cut this in half. So that's why there's only 1 piece there. But I suggest that you cut out 2 if you've got the paper supplies for it. So there's that one. Okay, and then I've cut some pockets out of the Quatrefoil. Out of this one, I have cut out some of these U2 pieces. So I think I have 4 of those. Come here. 4 of these Quatrefoil pockets in the U2s. 4 of those. And then 4 mats for those, which is U4, and there's 4 of those. They're pretty plain because I'm getting really desperate for paper. But you know, you don't want to put anything too fancy behind here anyway, because it kind of does its fanciness for you. So there's that. And then for the front inside cover, I am just going to have a couple of little pockets, these ones here. So these are out of the Esencia, so they're not the fancy pockets. And they are back here. They are N1. I've cut out 2 N1s and then 2 N3 mats, and that's those 2 here. Nice and easy. So let's put all of this aside and put our bits together. So for the front cover, I was just going to have these 2 skinny pockets, and all I'm going to do is fold over one of these long edges and fold it down, so and glue it down, and then that will be the top of our pocket, and that tab will reinforce the edge of the pocket as well, so that's good news, and one less thing for me to trim off. Let me get my mat. That's what fell on the ground. My glue mat, or my glue mess. Just put that to the side. Okay. Having a bit of a hard time catching my breath today. I had a migraine thing yesterday, so I've been feeling fantastic. Everything's feeling a bit off. Right, so I'm just going to glue this side down here. Pull that over. And then I have a wipe just to get up that excess glue so I don't end up with it everywhere. Just push that down, get that dog hair off there. Little Dachshund dog hair. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn these in and do the same, but these will be our tabs that will hold our pocket in place. Like so. There we go, and that will be our pocket, bottom pocket. That dog hair will not go away. I must have picked it up off the ground when I just dropped it then. Okay. Right, so there's one of our pockets, and we can put a mat on that. So let's do that. I'll get those out from under here. Yeah, there's dog hair everywhere. What I think I might do is give it a shake, excuse me, and turn it over. Let's try it that way. Maybe we won't be covered in dog hair. No, there's dog hair on this side too. They come in here and drop their hair everywhere, and I have to vacuum every day. And I obviously haven't vacuumed today because there is dog hair. So, of course it's plastic, so it really is sticking to it. Anyway, I will try and move on from the dog hair dilemma. Get all of that out. Okay. Alright, well let's just do this one as well. Now, this one, I'm also going to turn the top over for the pocket opening. And burnish that. But the bottom pocket, the bottom tab I'm going to leave open and just slip it in with the other pocket to make it so that you can pop things in the pocket all the way to the bottom. I'll show you. Hopefully that'll make sense. Okay. So, oh, this mat's really annoying me today. Time for a new mat. Okay, so let's put this to the side for the moment and bring out our album. Stop bugging me, Matt. And we're going to work on the inside front cover with these two really simple pockets. So this one here, I'm just going to glue it down like so. Decide where I want to put it and then just glue it down. So let's just do that. Glue all those tabs. And then I'm just going to sort of center it, I guess, roughly. Seems about right. I put them on the screen down here, like the door. So then with these pockets, I'm hoping I can get quite a, you know, a couple of big photo mats in here. That one. And so then this one here, with this tab that we haven't done anything with, I'm just going to slide it in above like so and stick these tabs down. So then there's no bottom to this pocket, so we can slide things all the way right down to the bottom. So let's do that. Do that one and that one. A lot of glue on this side. Not quite so much on this side. Now there's too much on this side. We're going to have glue issues, I can just tell. Okay. I'm just going to slide this one in. Line it up. When I'm happy with where it's sitting, I can just stick it down. Like so. I'm just going to wipe off that glue. And the same on this side. I just have to lift it up because I've got that button on the front cover. It's making it a bit harder to burnish down. And that's all I'm going to do on the inside cover here, because it's only it's only 2 pages, 4 pages front and back, so I want to make sure that I've got maximum room to put in big photos and small photos. So then I just have these 2 mats here that we cut out. I think I might put this one on the bottom because this one's a bit fancier and won't get covered over by anything that's sitting in the pocket. Okay, pop this one down. So nice and easy because I don't have to do any measuring or scoring or cutting. I've just, you know, decide which pieces I want to use and pop them in. Super easy. And this one, don't know if there's a right way here. It looks like there's a little bit of faint writing on this side. Oh, come on. And then pop this one down as well. And that's it. I'm just going to go with two really simple little pockets on there. Takes next to no time. Might need a bit more glue under there, which I can come back and do later. So I have made a couple of little tags up. So now with these tags I can get these long ones in and they're going right down to the bottom. And if I've got a shorter one, a shorter tag can go in here like so. So we can, but I think I might try and see what I've got left to make up some bigger photo mats to go in there, but just so you can see that we've got room for some inserts in there. And that looks nice, all sort of lay it up like that. So let's do the back side now, the back inside cover. So on this side, with those other pieces that I have left, we need to do some work on those. So let me just put the album to the side for a minute, because I do not have enough room on this desk. Stuff everywhere. Okay, and this mat's really bothering me. Right, so what did I have planned for this? I believe, yes, I'm going to use this as a sideways pocket. So on the back side I thought I'd have some pockets on the sides like this. And this one here is going to be a flip with these pockets on here. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so now we can put this to the side. Now I can remember what I was doing. So this is our S1 pocket, and so one side we're going to make into a pocket. So I'm just going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm just going to bend this over, burnish it down, glue it down, and that will be our pocket. Open it. I've got glue everywhere then. Okay. And with these other three tabs we can just fold them over. And this one. And this one. Burnish it down. Right, so that's going to be a pocket, and we can put the mat on that straight away. So it's going to be a pocket from this side. So then I'm going to attach this, which does have writing on it, which is I'm not bothered about it, which way it goes. I don't care. Got to put this black side on there actually. Oh well, too late now. So let's pop that down like so. Right, so there's a pocket. Right, so I can put that one to the side. And then this one we're going to have as a flip opening out. So we're going to have a pocket on one side. This one's going to attach to the other one, this one here. So we can turn these two edges in for the pocket. So let's do that. Fold them down. Burnish that one. Do the same on one of the long sides with this one. And I'm going to glue these down. go down. I'm using the other glue. I just noticed that the other glue is making the cardstock buckle a little bit on the, but you know, it dries and it's fine, but I thought I would just try using this glue. See what a mess I make? This is why I have to have a mat down. Anyway, you don't see that, so that's fine. So that's going to be our long envelope, pocket side. Let's do the same on this one. Burnish that down. Yeah, see, this glue doesn't anywhere near want to stick as much. I'm really pushing, see, it's just coming back up again, so maybe I will have to use some of this glue under here. I think I have to stick to using that white glue for the cardstock. I'm going to have to live with it. Okay. So these two are going to join up like so. And one of these we need to be the flip. One of these long tabs here is going to be our flip. So let's fold that one over. But what we don't need are these two short ones, so we can cut those off. So I'll just move my glue and get out my cutting board, and I'm going to cut off these two short tabs off this one here. So I'm just lining up that score line on my cutting board and cut it off. And the same on this side. A bit hard to see with the reflection, and that's that guy done. Right, so this is going to be the tab that attaches. Now this one here is going to, we're going to turn these three tabs in and then use those to attach to the other piece there to make a pocket. Pocket flip, a flip pocket. So I'll just do that. Lucky you don't see my gluing mess. Just pop that one in and down. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this one here by these three tabs to this one here, leaving this tab out because that's the tab that we're going to use to attach it. So let's do that with the white glue. You could use any adhesive you like. This glue is Tiger Grip glue by Helmer, and I use that because it's what's available easily in Australia and I don't have to order online. Because I'm impatient, and also right now things are taking forever to come in the mail. Okay, so I'm just lining those two up. If you don't get it right, you don't get any time to think about it with this glue. I don't know how well I lined that up, but I sort of think it's something that won't really be noticeable. That's what I tell myself anyway. Okay, so now we have this pocket here, and that's going to flip out from our side. Let's burnish this down. My cardstock is cracking, and it's really bizarre because I've never had that problem before, but that's okay. I can live with it. Yes, I can live with it. I will live with it. Okay, so on each side I'm going to put down a mat, And then I'm going to put 2 of these pockets down the bottom. So this top one here we're going to fold over. Now we are using it as a window pocket, but this time I'm going to attach actual paper to it rather than acetate, so we don't need to cut any edges off. We can do exactly the same thing that we've been doing before, which is just fold over that tab and glue it down, and we won't see it because we are going to attach these mats down on the inside. So let's just go ahead and do that on all 4 of these. And so I'm just going to put it, I'm going to use this other glue. This is the same glue, I think, from memory. I've just put it in this little fine line, container. I do the best I can to prevent myself from using masses of glue and making a big gluey mess, but I still manage. Can you imagine me doing this with just a normal regular glue bottle? Oh my goodness. See, I think, oh, I'm not using very much glue, but I still manage to get it everywhere. I'm just putting a lick of glue down. She says, just a lick of glue. And then I'm just going to put my mat on top. Glue that down. See, look, got glue there. That wasn't too bad for me though. And then this is going to be our top. Oh, see, even though I'd folded that already, I just did a really bad fold there. Let's have a look at that. What have I done? Fold on the crease. Fold on the crease. Alright, just going to burnish that. Not sure that that's quite right. You know, I might just wait for the glue to dry on this one. I'm just ruining it. Let's just leave that one for a minute and I'll come back and we'll do the rest of these ones. Right, so hope everyone's well. I have been in the midst of binge watching American Survivor. I love Survivor. This is the 33rd season. I'm pretty sure I've missed a few in there. We have an Australian Survivor. I think it's only done 4 seasons now. 4th? Yeah, I think 4. And I thought at first the Australian Survivor wouldn't be as good because, you know, we're just trying to do something that somebody else has done. But no, it is. It's good. But anyway, I'm watching the American one at the moment, so I'm enjoying that. The Gen Xers versus the Millennials. Go Gen Xers. I'm up to episode 9. So don't tell me what happens if you guys are bound to be ahead in the US. Don't tell me. Bet you a millennial wins. Okay. My son's a millennial. So, you know, they're not all bad. Okay. And this one. Put that one to the side. And then my last one. I probably could speed this one up. Okay guys, so I went ahead and attached those mats to all 4 of these little pockets, and I have also glued down that top tab on each one of them just to save a bit of time. We've already done this one together. And for this guy here, I have cut my mat, so it was a U3 mat, but I wanted a U3 mat on both sides. But I don't have enough paper, so I've just cut this one in half because my plan is to put these pockets here, which means I don't really need to have anything there. You won't see it. So I can glue this mat down on each side. Of course, if you've got more paper, then just go ahead and cut 2 mats. But I'm getting a little low, so I'm having to be a little bit more careful with my paper supplies. So I'm just going to put that guy on there, and I'll flip over and do the same on the back. Like so. And this one, like so. Glue out the edges there. Not unusual for me. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach one of each of these pockets down the bottom. So I think I'll put this dark brown one. Oh, I don't know. Might put the dark brown one then. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to use my other glue. So I just run some glue on these tabs and stick them down. So I'm just lining it up on the bottom, sticking it down. So these little Quatrefoil pockets have been handy though, because I can just use a really plain paper and still have a nice pattern design. So you could potentially make an album up using very few patterned papers if you use these pockets, because they kind of do all of the embellishing for you. And then I pop this one on here. If it would bend over, just line that one up on top, stack it up, and then 2 little pockets. And they look cute. And I'm going to do the same on the back. Flip that over. So I put the dark brown on the bottom. Yes, I think I'll keep going with that. Oops, I nearly stuck it down the wrong way. That would have been an interesting pocket. Oh, and there's some of that yucky glue coming out. I won't make that mistake of putting PVA in here. I thought, oh, I've got all these bottles of PVA glue. Maybe I can mix it with the Tiger Grip glue and get a bit further out of it. But I don't know, that PVA that I've got there is really sort of gluggy. Might not be a plan. I'm just running along the bottom here and also cleaning up my mess as I go. Down the side. And then this one. Gluggy glue. And stick this one down. There we go. That one looks a bit awkward. I think it's because of that one that I did a really bad job of scoring. And just wipe up the glue as I go. Bottom, the side, Okay, so then we have 2 sets of little pockets on each side, which I think is pretty cute. Let's make sure this folds over okay still. Yeah, I'm not happy with that cracking. I've never experienced that cracking with this cardstock before, so that's quite interesting. I don't know if maybe it's a different batch or something. Right, so then we're going to attach these two, so I'll just bring my album in, and I'm going to put this guy down on here, just like so, I think, with this tab. So I'll put some glue on this tab, and make sure I've got it the right way up, because that would be a disaster. Ask me how I know that. And I think about there is good. I'm just going to glue it down. Oh, such a gluey mess, Katie. Such a gluey mess. Flip it over. Again with the gluey mess. Oh my goodness. That's okay, because this pocket we're going to put down on top of here, and it's going to cover up that tab. That's why I wanted this pocket, so we're just going to pop that pocket in there, and that covers up that tab. And we have another little pocket underneath, because obviously you can never have too many pockets. And then that is our inside covers done, like so. I have no idea how long I've been recording for now, because I had a little pause in, yeah, so I don't know whether to keep going with an insert or not. Maybe I'll call it quits and we'll do a separate video for the inserts. How about that? Okay, so there's our inside cover. So we've got lots of room here to put in some really big mats, and then we've got this guy here. Oh dear, what's happened here? The glue's stuck. Got glue mess everywhere. Right, well I'll have to come along and fix that up. So now is probably a good time to leave it at that mess that I've made there. It's alright, I can clean it up. Okay, so that's our back cover, and I just need to burnish it down a bit more too to make it sit flat. Needs a little bit of training, but of course all of these pages are going to sit on top of it, so it will soon become nice and flat. So that's our inside back cover. And we've done all these pages, we'll flip those over, and our inside front cover. So yeah, all we need to do is do some inserts and a little bit of embellishing, and I'm not going to do too much on this album, and we're done. So I'm also going to go ahead and finish making up some photo mats and some tags to go in here, and these are really just the offcuts that are too small to do anything else with. So I've got, you know, some scraps over here that I'll make some tags with, and I also have some scraps of cardstock stashed away, so these bits will all be good for tags. So I'll go ahead and make some tags with some of these pieces and with my leftover bits and pieces here, and we'll come back and we'll do some other inserts. So thanks very much for joining me today, guys. If you're interested in the SVG files for electronic cutting machines, the Quatrefoil add-on pockets, and the Esencia Mini Album SVG files, you'll find them in my Etsy store. I won't keep you any longer. Thanks very much for hanging out with me for a while today while we make this album, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.